Okay, it looked like I had a problem with my stream. I am very, very sorry. There we are. Okay, getting online. I forgot to press the button at the top here. I thought it would have autoplay on. There we go. She's coming through on the left hand side. Let me turn that quality all the way down so that I can still upload. Sorry for that. Okay, so what was I doing at 3 minutes ago? Exactly what I was doing at 3 minutes ago is I demarcated a new range. So what I was saying is we're looking for a 15-minute Laplace distribution cone. So we found a flat place in volatility all the way down here at 29 of April, 6 o'clock in the morning for me. So now I'm going to go put on a cone, and I'm going to guess it's like 500. And then from there, what we're going to do is we're going to look into 7-day on XRP. Then we'll look into all the higher term time frames. Sorry, I can't speak and type numbers at the same time. I'm not good. So we're going to look into all the higher term time frames. We're going to look at the means. We're going to match them up with this current 15-minute cone that I'm putting on here at 75 maybe. And then from there, we will be able to make some decent intraday observations and a breakout range from these regions. Sorry, I should have, there is a cool cone that people can get if there are alpha traders, and that will be, because it's very far away, we'll do it at the bottom and just see if it's in the target. So currently the 15-minute is saying it still wants to mean revert to the upside, at least on open, high, low, close. Alright, and this looks like it's still saying the same thing. So this is from the last time volatility flashed. Now what am I going to do? I'm just going to go throw on some targets and see if the VRE is up in this region. We have a monthly VRE up here. Still targets in the 6-hour, in the 15-minute range on the 15 indicator pool at 48.34. Anyway, so the whole mean reversion point is, believe it or not, until it flashes again, the middle of this data set is where it wants to mean revert to. Now, why does this get confusing? Because if you don't have a higher term time frame cone on, that's completely left your data set. So then you can go start looking at like a 7-day Laplace distribution cone. Hey, come here, 7-day Laplace distribution cone. And you can see that this is the side of the 50 cents on the 15-minute. Where did you go, man? Oh, you ass. This thing's just playing games with me. On the 15-minute. Alright? So furthermore, from there, we can get our general targets to know that there is a mean reversion phase up here. Now, let's jump into XRP, and then I want to make sure that all these charts are right. That's cool. That's not ready yet. Okay, so we're going to do a quick rundown on the direction of volatility. I'm just getting these things, this trading view is like glitching out. Alright, this is the 3-day, this is the 24-hour Laplace distribution cone. I will note this out as we start to get to the cones, but I just want to give you a general direction of pump or dump through the next hour worth of this analysis. Okay, so what am I doing here? We are looking at the 1-day, looking for an expansion in volatility. Currently, it's very low, which means that and it's 100% correlated, which means that there's quite strong negative drift. So anything on the low term time frames are going to get sold. That's set. That's not set. This is the 6-hour, which we'll match up again with our previous cones. When it starts failing, this example of the 24-hour regions, we know that this is the blue line. Furthermore, the orange line, as we just explained on the 15-minute. Okay, that's cool. Zooming out, so there'll be a trap region here with some expansion in on the 3-hour. Alright, now I think that should do it. No, see, trading view being a little bit of a asshole. Alright, there we go. And 15 minutes. Alright, cool. Make it there. That's our cone. Come on, make it so. Alright. That's a little bit of a chaotic thing, but we will get there when we get there. Alright. What can we see? Currently on the 5 minute, this is the daily mean reversion. This is the daily mean. This is its magnet. This is where it feels safest at. Currently, the weekly safest magnet is at 46.35. So as we demarcated in our previous stream last night, was that this is going to be a range. All right, so we pretty much know, and we hit the 46 mark to the T. And we know if we're closing above 46, we're looking for continuation to the upside. Furthermore, if we're closing below 45, I think it was 88 or 85, we're looking for mean reversion to the downside. So that's just below here, pretty much. So we're getting both targets. All right, daily mean left, mean reversion back in. Okay, so let's get to it. So here, let me just leave it off. If it holds above the daily mean, look for red line. If it holds above red line, look for 46.34. This could be a good pull. There's some positive drift with some bear div. Not hit an outlier yet. It might have the legs to get a 2-point move. Okay, otherwise anything above 4607, we need to start looking for a serious breakout range up into here. Let's get to it. All right, so what can we see on the 21 day? This is the 21 day. Now 21 day takes a lot of patience to play through, but it does hammer down price action. So we can see that it's losing expansion to the upside. Now also getting bearish, bearish, starting to say sell signal is coming through in a longer term play. So you don't want to be on the wrong side of that thing when it stops flashing red. You sort of want to be trading in it or shorting in it. All right, so now we have the 14 day. 14 day is pretty much saying that there's negative drift. So the 21 day being sideways, the 14 day saying negative drift, the 7 day saying negative drift, looking for a trend, the 5 days looking for a trend under zero volatility, but it's sort of losing its negative drift. We have a 5 day bull div. What else can we see here? We can see that we're moving into a negative drift phase on the 3 day. That will more than likely happen if I'll have to monitor this, but denying mean reversion here will help with the negative drift that's trying to trend through. Okay, now we have some expansion on the 24-hour in volatility, so this might even take 3 days to see a direction from here. So it could be the weekend, or it could be Monday-ish that it gets very bearish. Otherwise it's going to be floating around here. That's what I would say. So 12-hour, those things should all be off. They should all be down. So 12 hours is a similar thing. It's got negative drift with expansion in volatility to the downside. Then we have the 6-hour with mean reversion, new mean reversion with expansion in volatility to the downside. Then we have the 3-hour with a hidden bear div, DLP starting to say getting dumperoo. Okay, so we already demarcated the 45.86 region, I think it was. So it seems like the target is, the target is a moving target because everything is logarithmic. But this will be a good trap on the far top right here, over here. Okay, there's been a first pull into liquidity. Bear trap? Maybe. Let's go find out on anything lower, on the lower term time frame. So this is the 3-hour. So pretty much everything on the 6-hour is saying negative drift, sideways, but there's no sideways. There's one sideways, and all of them are saying down until the 3-hour is sort of giving up the punch. So what are we gonna look? Hey, Mr. Bond, Wagwan G, Wagwan. So what can we see? At least on the 90 minutes, this is obviously a region of liquidity, being front run. We've just printed it 2 minutes ago. Hold the fuck up. Okay, yeah, perfect. 2 minutes ago. So then in 90 minutes time, we'll be able to look for a continuation in trend. What can I see on the 90 minute? Any closes above 46 cents. There you go. Any closes above 46 cents, engages positive drift. There's your cross, and denies this thing, there's a cross here. So let's go be super specific. Any closes above 45999. You could look for continuation to the upside. Let's go jump in onto the 15 minute. 15 minute, 2 closes above here, we look for continuation into 46.13. Looking for mean reversion, getting the legs. What needs to happen here is, it's sort of 50-50. Understandable. it will expand in volatility if it holds above 4602. All right, now we're coming into our daily mean, our daily bread. 4602, same region as our 15-minute over here. Right, this higher level power mean that we have. So we are looking for continuation. So now I'm going to do a shuffle out. Let me just do it all the way shuffle down to the 1 minute, see if it's getting capped. So there's still some positive drift, which I'd say we'll put up a fight for this region as long as these indicators are down here like that. All right, this is actually quite a healthy pitching because the next best phase in volatility is going to be expansion, whilst there will be a little bit of a pullback maybe in the next candle in 1 minute and 30 seconds. But what I'd expect is in 15 minutes, that's pretty healthy. In 15 to 10 minutes, I would see if there is bullish continuation for 4602. So if you're closing candles above 4602, you've denied the hidden bear div, and then you've popped in a hidden bull div, and then you can look for continuation. Otherwise, until then, this is going to be a little bit of a mark. XRP BTC, what are we looking at here? Let's just go put on the VRE. So this thing's wanting to also mean revert back to the daily. Currently, this has just come into the daily. So there's a hidden bull div that could be a good little play. Contraction in volatility was negatively correlated. This is going to have the float up initially. I want to be duplicating this chart, putting it over here, turning it to, let's see if there's enough liquidity to view it on the 1 minute on Binance. All right. Okay, so I want to see how this thing's moving. Go away. I said go 1 minute. You didn't do 1 minute, man. Okay. Is there enough movement in this thing, or do I need to do it on BUSD? All right. Okay. So what I'll try and do is see if my laptop doesn't break. But we can see that 58, maybe another mean reversion to 1590. If it holds above 1590, it will want to visit 1639. This is XRP BTC. Where's our monthly? This is our monthly new print. So if it can start holding above 1590, look for 6% continuation. All right. What can we see here on XRP BTC? We can see that the means are now starting to cross back into the reverse wave trend. All right. It's going to take a little bit of realization. Yes, there's a down target. I would need to put a cone on this sucker. I have a 7-day cone that I can put on. It didn't let me put it on. So I would say as soon as, yes, it's wiki and shit, but as soon as this JMA closes 2 candles below 1578, that's when I'm going to get suspicious. Let's go look at the 3 hour here, see if it's a little bit delayed, because we saw a trend coming in on 3 hour, negative drift. 6 hour, what do we got? Sideways. 12 hour, what do we got? Negative drift. Oof, not looking so good. Negative drift. I take those words back. I think this XRP BTC pairing is just fucking around over here. Sorry for the language. Negative drift. Negative drift, looking for a serious trend. Oh, wrong one. Negative drift. That was the 3-day. This is the 5-day on XRP BTC. Okay, so it's same like XRP USDT. What can we see? We can see that on the 5-day there's no, it's not the same. Contraction. It is. There's looking for a trend. Contraction positively correlated. Is looking for a trend. Contraction positively correlated. So this is going to get quite down Peru. XRP USDT. It was at the last touch. Okay, what am I going to go do now, guys? So I already know that anything below the 6 hour, is technically still down Peru. You're going to be looking for a pull through on the 90 minute. All right, you're going to be looking for a trend change on the 90 minute, which it looks like it could be fought for, but it looks like it's a continuation from the 45 minute. All right, so 45 minute above the same, pretty much. We're just being bounced in the range here. to 45.92, look for continuation. Alright, so we're pretty much below these targets, but I do have a downside region here at 45.85. Okay, sheesh. Now let's go look at these cones. Let me go put all the cones in their correct zones. Okay, what can we see? Wagwan. Alright, XRP USDT. What I'm going to do here is, if I can remember correctly, which one is the right one? That's the 5-day, 7-day, 3-day. Okay, 7-day, 24-hour. Okay, what can we see, G? This is what we're looking at. This is a 24-hour Laplace distribution cone. Why is it set? It's set because that was the last time volatility was at 0. When was that? That was around about 28th of Feb, earlier this year. Okay. Now, any closes below 47 cents, we look for continuation down to 39.72. Inverse of that, any closes above 47 cents, we look for continuation to 53 cents. Okay, so just remember, this is on 24 hours. So we have a target up here at 53 cents. Now I'm going to go put it on the 7-day, right? And what can we see? We can pretty much see the same thing. So current price action is pretty much being held by 46.03. And that is this blue line here on the Laplace distribution cone. Now, what other numbers can we see? I just need to turn this off. I should have them overlaying on the candles, but we have a 47, just call it 777, which was demarcated last night, and a 50 cents target. Now we're going to pop back to here. What have we got? Where's our 47 cents? Not even in here. Here's our 47 cents market. So I demarcated a range from 47,777 to 46,666. That is the breakout range. As you can see, as you're closing below here, you're going to go to this pink line. As you're closing above here, you're going to go to that pink line. Okay, so there's a 53, and that would be way outside this 7-day Laplace distribution cone. So there are targets to say there is a mean reversion phase, or a possible bullish phase from here on the lower term time frames from the 7-day, and the targets are up here at previous highs on the 7-day. All right, so what should I do? What should I do? What should I do? So we've got XRP on the dumperoo. All right, longer term there could be some good scalping. That's the 1 minute. Denied mean reversion. Now I want to maybe give some targets. So I'll say any closes outside 4,580 demarcated, send you down to 4,555, and any one of these green levels. 4,500, 4,451, 4,400. Okay, this is a monthly mean, and it's being denied by the monthly, so it's the first outlier for the month. And it did come and touch the monthly mean. Now we go back to the 24-hour, and we can see that there's 41, 43, 333. So 41, 333. This is about the region that you could expect a candle body to form. Alright, so we've got some downside targets if it does carry on getting denied by these daily means. Alright, they're closing below the daily means. When it starts closing above, then you know it's bullish. When it starts closing below, you know it's bearish. A little observation. Alrighty then, now let's maybe get into some Bitcoin. XRP poo-poo pants, what are you doing, bro? That's down, that's down. Let's get some 7-day on XRP BTC. Just, yeah, not so helpful on XRP BTC. I do think that there could be a serious retracement if it doesn't hold above 1620. Alright, now we're going to do some BTC. So if you can hear the typing, so we're going to do shum, shum. I can copy and paste it, but it's a little bit, it can mess with my flow. This part is like therapy. And then have to readjust trading view. Hopefully this takes just a minute of the analysis's time. BTC USDT, and I think we're done. All right, let's see mean reversion for Bitcoin, hence why it's getting a little bit stronger against XRP. We have a monthly mean down here, $29,059. Daily mean at $28,960. Okay, so let's get some good general direction. So BTC. Let me see if Baloney will give me what I need. Okay, nice one, Baloney. There. I messed it up. Why? Where's the red one? So I use everything above the 7, usually above the 1 day, is done on Palona Nonks, because they have the longest look back. Okay, yeah. And their levels are very much structured. Okay, then we're gonna go set the, yeah, we can do that. Okay, let's go do some intraday levels quick. This is on the 1 minute. What's happening here? Looking for nearly backed. Pamp is nearly backed with positive drift. Closes above 29,083. Look for continuation to 29,098. It's not looking too bad. Now this is the 1 minute. Now into the 5 minute. What do we got here? We've got 5 minute coming in with some mean reversion. So technically it will naturally play through. If it opens and closes the candle exactly how it is, it doesn't need to get bullish. If it gets bullish from here, you can expect it being a front run. So this is quite a healthy setup on the 5 minute. Let me turn the cone off here on the 15 minute, but I think we can put some cone levels on. So what can we see? We can see still expansion phase to the downside for Bitcoin with a mean reversion. So, yeah. Okay, so 29,087, there's 2 means coming in here. 28, yeah. Okay, so bears have continuation below here. The bulls have the continuation at least up into an intraday range of about a $40-ish move. My bad math, $37-ish dollars. Whatever. Okay, so there is a move up there. This is its mean, has already touched this. Very shit time to be trading, but maybe if you're a 1 minute guy and you're just looking to catch the outside to the top side, yeah, it could be doable. Outside, but it still goes a little bit higher. All right, outside, wait for it, inside, outside, inside. So you can just do the orange, up and down, up and down, up and down. Okay, let's get it. Let's get it. So what can we see on Bitcoin 21 day? Bitcoin on the 21 day is currently sideways, looking for mean reversion down. Blue flashes aren't off. Any closes below this liquidity point at 26, that's quite a far way away, but we are just moving $3,000 for free in the 21 days. So any closes below 27,023, I look for serious bearish mean reversion. Closes above there, whilst this indicator is now having its negative phase come through, and it doesn't break this, tells me that there's going to be a shitload of hidden bull dev on the lower term time frames. Okay, so what can we see? that technically it doesn't matter what happens to Bitcoin, it's going to come back to $27,333. All right. You can see some funny ass signs being thrown up here, like gang signs. So the gang signs, so this is where the gangs are, right? The gang of liquidity is down here. So, you know, even if it bumps, it is to be a healthy spot for the continuation in the near future. How near? Who the fuck knows? All right. But any closes above 26,000, you look for continuation up. Any closes below that, you look for continuation down. That's on the 14-day. This is the 7-day. Have I got one that's in sight? I do. Okay. How long ago was that? Damn. It's on 7 days, so we'll do 56 weeks, I think. Shit, that was a mess up. Oh. Alright. This is the most powerful coin that ever existed in the land of Laplace distribution. Come at me, bro. Let's fucking have it. Any closes below 29,306, right? And furthermore, let's be perfect here. Holy snap, this is a meme. It's an absolute troll. Was it? So next week. Yeah, it's absolute troll. So this target is still sitting true at $29,333. If you close below there, you look for continuation down. If you close below there, close above there, you look for continuation up. Okay. Now, what can we see? This is Bitcoin on the 7 days. So close below there, you get to 17 grand. Closes above here, you get to 57. So do you see when we start zooming out that right? So currently, here's one of the first. I think it's only like now in the last 3 weeks that Bitcoin's mean reversion has actually been higher than its previous high at $69,000. So now that that is in the book, I'm not too intelligent as of yet to know exactly what happens. But I think through the next observation of a year on the 7-day coin, I'll be able to figure out, alright, so when the previous highs are in on the distribution coin, it maybe means pullback or it means pump. So I'll find out, because let's say you go send one candle from here to here, well then you just cleared it, the previous highs by like $200 or something, okay? But if it dumps from here and then it takes another, let's say 50 weeks, so just go jeepers, just go this time next year, you're looking at the 100k mark as a mean, up in the near 90s, close to 100k, absolute troll of a short this time next year. And that's what it sort of generally allows. Now let's get some volatility and some direction. So we can currently see that there is positive drift, but it's not trending as of yet. Okay, so the positive drift lost its trend. Okay, but there's a hidden bull diff, sketchy. DLP is having its first mean reversion down. What happens when DLP mean reverts up? Boom, big yellow candle. So what do you think is going to happen when it mean reverts down, which it is suspectingly trying to do? Bear over here. Now I'm getting very bearish, and I don't want to look like a dumbass who's shouting bear, 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 but that is what my data is telling me. So even in this circumstance, as nice as everything looks on the 5-day, we have to look for levels of continuation. And we know, at least here on the 5-day, if you want the 5-day to pump, it needs to start closing above 29,240, furthermore to moving target. So just call it 29,333, and then you can look for continuation to the upside. Okay, otherwise 29,333 is absolute liquidity suck. Okay, now there is an opportunity here, but this has to be backed by some seriously interesting pumpamentals. So we're going to go look at the 3-day. 3-day sort of is looking for a trend, but it's sideways in a sense. Returns are being messed around, so it's going to be easier to get the mean reversion play coming through. A lot of signal processing happening here. Any closes above, same effect. hey, if it does get to 2933, the first initial scalp is going to be 29,569. Okay. Now, how does this mean reversion play be true? Is if in 1 day and 14 hours, you see how it went red and green, red, now it's red. So if this means there's green, this is on the 3-day, right? And it's literally moving like 20 cents. So I just want to I would just like to show you how powerful these tools are. 40 cents, 46 cents, let's be precise, bruh. So over a 40 cents move, it's pretty much dictating if it's going to be bullish for a long time on the 3-day or if it's going to be bearish. So I want to demarcate this mean reversion phase out here. I will actually watch this analysis again to write that down so I don't forget it. 29,107. That can be a hyper-specific continuation. Now, what else is back in this? Right, you see how these things start to fall into picture. We have this Laplace distribution level. Right? Is it on the right? No, it's not. Good. Otherwise, I've been talking shit. Now, I want to put it on one. Nice. It should be. It's not allocated. I was about to say. There's a flash that isn't allocated. What have I been sleeping for? 10,000 days. This is going to be like a 200. Oh, looks like maybe 150. Oh shit. I'm not used to this keyboard here. Oh. Burn up 1 to 5. Gentleman's agreement on 123cc. Alright. Nothing as of yet of interest for BTC. This is of absolute variance, so it is saying it's got a negative skew. There has been no flashes to say that this mean is yet not to be untouched. And if you think it's a joke, we can look at this one. When it breaks, I have it on the XRP coin. When it breaks out, it comes back. Vice versa. When it breaks out, it comes back until there's a new flash. Now, same effect. And as we start moving through the data, so I'm going to put it on the widest variance. Okay. Right, we came in and we did the same thing. We skippity poppity, looking for hippity poppity again at the blue, 23k, 28,017. Still negative skew with the highest variance on. Obviously, if it's on the lowest, it will be here. But at 1600. Its range, if you get stuck in between these, is down to here. So let's say there's no flashes, which is very unlikely. Now hear me out. If there's no flashes and it does start pulling back, until there's a flash in volatility, will tell me, like when they all flash up again, will tell me that this is a good region to buy or sell. Just depends. But given this negative skew, yeah, it's pumped, but also there's also going to be a good time, or now that it's pumped, there's still a really good time to buy, given that 16,516. If people liked it there, maybe they'll like it at 11 grand. Maybe they'll like it at 10 grand. Maybe they'll like it at 9 grand. Right? And inverse, as Einstein says, equal and opposite reaction. So it reacted to the outside, until there's a flash to say that there can't be an equal and opposite reaction because the environment got blown up or got sucked into a black hole, so the circumstances changed, it still has $16,000 in the mean reversion book. Now we're going to go put on this, which is saying technically it's a pump on the daily. Alright, so this is why I'm saying on the high term time frames, it is looking dumpy, guys. Right, so maybe this would make for some very volatile markets in the coming 60 days, in order to correct the downside moves from the 21-day. Okay, so what can we see here? This is Bitcoin on the 24-hour. We're looking for a mean reversion phase. This is technically a buy signal to me on the 1 minute. Why? I have expansion and volatility, I have contraction and volatility, and one is saying pump and the other one is saying positive drift. Okay, so this is This is why you want to understand the laws of volatility and how to read it, because when you see this, you could just be so confused. Alrighty then, so there's a mean reversion phase. Sorry for that. Let me actually see if I can get some nice targets on here. There we are. So it will hold its mean reversion phase. Will it keep the bull div? It will have the bull div in play as it's held here. This will be a regular returns play coming through. But it means it's settled, and it means it's settled above the mean, which technically means it does have legs. Given it's already had that play through today, as we're on the 24-hour, suspicious. But I'd say any closes above 29,200, maybe it could be interesting. As we say, we have 29,333 up in this region. So if you start closing above that for 3 days, which matches up with our 3-day and our 5-day analysis, then you can look for continuation to the upside. Alrighty then, 12-hour not looking so happy. That's more than likely what hammered this thing down, given it did print down here. So 12-hour is very, very, very dodgy. Very dangerous time to be trading if you don't have selected levels on, right? Previous outside daily means, outliers of daily means up here in these targets is things to look at furthermore than just your cone levels. All right. It was a 12-hour. Now what we're gonna do? We're gonna put on the 6-hour. So the 6-hour is the same thing as 24-hour. Now it had its. Oh, let me make this big. The 6-hour, this is what I'd use for like intraday trading when it gets in here. Okay. Now, all of these stonks are looking very much far away from their means. And this is their means, their logarithmic means. So they're pumping, they dump, and do all this stupid shit. But this is the forward projection of the mean with skew and a whole bunch of other shit. And now, like the S&P, it is also got a seriously stupid mean reversion target. All of them have mean reversion targets to the downside. Now, how do we know that these targets are going to be met? How we know these targets are going to be met is when we have shit like positive drift or negative drift. So let's say the positive drift on the 14-day over here. And okay, we'll use this as a good example. Let's say the positive drift on the 14-day here stays true. Then we know we can look for 36,000 something target. We have the Laplace distribution cone. But here's the other thing. If this thing starts to contract, positively correlated on the 21-day, yeah, 36, 34 is maybe the last touch. Otherwise, any candle closes below 29,333. We're looking for continuation to the downside because the next best phase is negative drift. Alright, so is that a pullback to the mean at 22? What's happening? This bear shit coming in. So all these signals are just literally waiting for the negative drift to hit. Okay, so it's super sketchy. But now, negative drift when it hits, that is the contraction in volatility, but the chart goes down. You can't explain it. Or there's a contraction in volatility and the price goes up. And they're like the same size candles sometimes. Or they move the same percentage difference. Maybe the contraction phase takes 10 candles to play out, but the other one takes 7 or 3 candles to play out the expansion in volatility. Right? So the slow grind up or the slow grind down. That's what we're observing here. So let's get it back to the 6-hour. 6-hour does have a region down here at previous touch marks, 27K. So we've demarcated that. Let's see if there is any hidden bear div. Bang. Any closes below, there we go. Any closes below 29,295, was it? 29,260. Any closes below there, we're looking for a mean reversion phase down to 28,000 grand. Okay, where does 28,000 grand put us? You can see that, got out of his cones. No, bro, I got out of my cones into my reverse wave trends, looking to get the fuck back into my cones. Alright, so now we have a cone. As you could see, as the reverse wave trend comes in and meets the data set, what happened? It bounced off. Okay, so similar effect that we're going to be looking for here. This data set is eventually going to touch, and it's going to do something in these regions. It's going to set it on top, it's going to set it on the bottom. Alright, so that's on the 6-hour. So I do know that 28,250 is still a zone. This has been front run in a bit. this is going to be a huge point of liquidity here at 28,900. Oh my god, why is Bitcoin such an expensive number to say? Anyway, so now we have on the 3 hour, we have negative drift, not so healthy, with some bad div. Any closes below, whack on, easy game. Any closes below 29,125, look for continuation to the downside. Only thing really holding up the 3 hour currently, holding up the negative drift. Hey, what's up, alpha traders? Yo. We used to watch Eric in the mornings back last year. Yo, James, I appreciate you, man. I've only got love for pretty much the people that I can ask questions and are willing to help and answer me. So I fucking appreciate you guys. Do you still switch? Do you still watch the bra in the morning? I do, Xe. Unfortunately, he's not live, and that was cool, man. I dig it. He definitely said a lot of the crypto culture. Yeah, I'm not gonna blow fucking wind up his ass, but he's definitely someone who's been able to cement a crypto culture inside and outside of Discord and Twitter and maybe even lifestyle. So it's like, yo, man, and he was just pretty much being himself. All right, so yeah, I'd like to watch Crown live again. It would be cool. Support all the homies that help me gain knowledge. So what can we see here? 3 hour, and I'll be brutally honest, man, this didn't come, what you're looking at here, Crown inspired me to make my own trading strategy. I unfortunately don't know how to code this shit, but I think at the level that it's at, I would never be able to get all of it right. I'd need like 2 or 3 doctorates. So yeah, man, my trading journey, thanks to him, has ended me up on a path I never knew could exist, with some really cool friends, man, and I appreciate all of them. Alpha trading tools, as you can see here, allowing me the opportunity to expand my mind and come up with mythical indicators that I think can work, and I fucking appreciate that. So yeah, everyone, man, shit, there's a very good saying, it takes a whole village to raise a kid. Anyway, so we'll go back to the 3 hour. What we can see is this negative drift, and then we have the 90 minutes. So we have 90-minute negative drift, same effect. There's a little bit of a bull div over here. Now, what's going to hold this bull div up is this 90 minutes. It's at $29,070. If it starts closing above there, you can look for continuation. Now, what do I want to do? I want to be putting on some VRE levels. What can we see? We have a monthly mean over here. Hasn't been touched, did come down and touch it. All right. If it does carry on holding above this monthly mean, we will look for continuation to the upside, at least into 29,333. Now, I want to zoom in on the lower term time frames. What do we got? We've got the 45-minute expansion still to the downside. Problem. A lot of bullshit happening at this time of the day. So I think we're gonna look for resolution more than likely. I'm hanging out for the 90-minute rally here. That's like 53 minutes away. All right, contraction. So much bullshit right now as we're getting into this. All right. So we have our continuation levels. Let's go look at algo. We've stated that 29,333. Hey, could give you a pumperoo. Maybe into the 30,000K mark. I'm saying like high 29s more so. Alright, so we have demarcated that. There is some safety for the downside. But man, this is so fucking tetchy. As soon as all those higher term time frames match up with anything like triggering the negative drift on the 6 hour, like all of these are negative. And as soon as these things, like here, now the 3 hours is going to start pushing negative drift phase. This is the only one, the 90 minutes, the only one with a positive structure. So that is what's got my eye on, like, fuck, okay. It's this 90-minute mean. It's this region here that there could be some intraday plays from. Given we started the morning pretty much here and we've ripped up, we're diddly-dallying around. But I will say in the next 52 minutes, the daily mean becomes a target again. Okay, 28,961. Now any closes below here, okay, it's a half cent move. Any closes below 29,076, sure, I look for continuation down. Very dirty time to trade. I would rather, at these times, I would rather be looking for a continuation trade and get some of the range than trying to get the tops and the bottoms. I'll just try signify a range, okay, and then it moved with me, take some profits. Because you know it's a range, and if you do it enough times, you can get the 1% in your patience, and then if you're out by 0.1% on the breakout, it's fine. You can afford that because you just scalped the variance that you allowed yourself to be out by, furthermore. All right, so it's a nonsense. It's a bunch of nonsense. Don't worry. Shit, super tight. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to change assets here. Bitcoin doesn't look like she's gonna be doing much for the next 53 minutes. Let me get some coffee in my system. Hey, GM Go Funk. Hope you're doing well, bro. I hope you're doing well. You tearing it up on Twitter. Yeah, I dig your food for thought Twitter posts. I do ponder on them for more than 15 minutes. And maybe sometimes I ponder too long and then forget to like. Or the thing refreshes. But yeah, dude, you got some dope stuff, dude. And I hope you're doing well with your neon lights and microphones and all that good jazz. It's awesome. It's awesome to see homies stepping up, putting the stickers on the walls, the bubble geese on their Bugattis. You know, everyone says, I love it. Everyone says, you wouldn't put a sticker on a Bentley. My man, I'm putting a bubble goose on a Bentley. Right, you gotta look at it that way. Okay, anyway, enough NFT shillaroos. Is there some 5-minute continuation here? Not so much. Not so much. Alrighty then. What are we gonna look at, homies? So, I think I should do some Sol, but let me promise. Okay, so what did I say here? I said AlgoRand and some VeChain. Alright. We'll do some Sol USD. I'm going to load up the charts. We unfortunately don't have long look back because it's all on bit shit. Yo, let's fucking goose, bro. All day and all night. Okay, Solana Poo, what are you gonna do? Expansion to the downside. Shit, on the 5-day. Come on, Sol. Come on, Sol. I will hook you guys up with as best analysis that my Laplace distribution cones can give you, so that we can both have an edge. And maybe buying some low price NFTs. I've sort of been collecting some NFTs as of late. As you can see, the one on the left here, he's made me very, very excited about good art. So what you gonna do? So what you gonna do? Okay, no volatility, mean reversion to the downside, 21 days negative. Let's see here, no volatility readings as of yet. Looking for a mean reversion phase. Come on, Solana Poo. Alright, there's still a possible touch down here in the $17 region. Why? We've come up, we failed this twice. We are holding above the mean. Let's go throw on some extra cool shit. Oh, we've got them all on. This isn't going to be an easy one, guys. Anyway, so I'll just leave it off. If it does come down to, this is on 14 day, if it does come down to 1771, there is still an opportunity for a bullish posturing to happen, given it's a 14 days, so look for 35 days out. Alright, now we're on the 7 day. Have we got no flashes? No flashes. Sorry, homies. We ain't got anything. Because Sam rugged us. Sam rugged us with the best data from ever. Alright, negative drift coming in here. Not so good. Not so good. As you can see, Solana getting hammered in the 7-day range. Reverse wave trend to the mean. Now, not a bad thing, as you can see that funny Chrissy Crossy signal be popping up here too. So we know that any time, at any movement, up or down, that this level will be tested. Let's do a quick zoom out on the 7-day. What can we see? 7-day zoom out. So what would happen? We're going to do two hypothetical nonsense things here. Oh, this one actually does go all the way back, but no flashes. Alright, given that this is the previous data set we have. Oh shit, it goes down. Right? What can we see? We can see that there's a previous data set up here. So it would want to return. Now, similar effect. Hey, go away. Similar effect. There. Here. If we break out above, we hit this region. It's safe to reclaim down here. And then carry on building. Alright? This $27 region is a lot of effort. I'm just drawing dinosaur backs at the moment. I hope you like the chart out. But this $27 region, oh, it's $30. It was more so $27 when Sam FBF rugged us, bro. So we, as much as there's good news and all this stuff, and as hard as everyone's pushing, it would have to be like, okay, some news about Alameda Research. I saw that they're doing transactions the other day. Alameda Research fucking converts all their Ethereum into Solana. Boom. Alright, actually, whilst we're there, let's just do that. Sol ETH, have we got it? Who's got it? Coinbang? Down. It gets cheaper, right? So the more Solana gets hammered against Ethereum, so 1 Sol equals 0.1 Ethereum. So the more it gets hammered, they can buy double the Sol for half the Ethereum. You check. All the way down here. So if you could control your system, right, let's say you could buy 1 billion Solana for $1 billion. But now you can buy 2 billion Solana for $500 million. That's because it dropped like 90%. You know, excluding fees kind of thing. So those are the levels that you got to be wary for. And that's what we've got to wait for. There's a nice big wick here on Binance. Obviously, people are intrigued by it. So that's Sol ETH. All right, let's just go back to Sol USDT. Okay. Now, Dixie Oil. Yes, sir. Dixie Oil. I will hammer those out. Those ones will be quick. Okay, let me get back on this. So what do we see here? This is the 5-day. 5-day having Damperu. Looking for Damperu, failed hidden bull div if it closes below this mean. I'm just gonna say 2189. Okay, closes below that mean, 2189. Quite bearish for Solana poo. Alright, something here. We got 1 or 2 candle closes. Looking for a 22.22 touch. Very viable, yes, very viable. We're gonna have to look for volatility to back this touch up into these regions here. Don't mind this cone. We can put one on later. Actually, I'll do a cone analysis separately, maybe later this evening, of all these coins. Now, what can we see? We can see that bullish posturing on the 24-hour is true, but because DLP is red, I know that the opportunities to break 2250 is not in the book currently. Okay, so any scalps into 22.22 viable. Let's see if there's some things to back this RO over here. Yes, no, not so healthy on the 6-hour as it usually is at this time of day. Let's turn this cone off. It doesn't have a reason to be there. Alright, yes, okay, this is good. This is good. There's a cleaner signature happening here on the 6-hour for Solana. There might be some, well, there will be some legs to the upside. I like to be confident in what I say. There will be some legs to the upside to around about 22.31 if it breaks 22.22. But currently that's about a 26-cent move. Any failure below the JMA on the next print, so I'll put it halfway, 21.88, 21.89. That's where you can look for the continuation down or a good fill there to manage your risk. if you've missed this trade. Let's see if we have missed the trade. If we were to take the trade, expansion to the upside, it is starting to get legs. So there might be an initial scalp for, let's say, 5 to 7 cents, a pullback into the same region where we're at pretty much now, 21.93, then continuation up to the 22 mark that we're looking at. Remember, it can happen in 1 or 2 quick candles with a wick. I'm talking about wick regions, all right, as the JMA crosses here. So we'll know at any given moment, if it fails 22.12, we'll be back here for another general buy in this region, maybe, to send it again back up into 22.50. Things are looking bearish, so this has maybe got a half-life of about 3 hours worth of observation. So don't go to sleep going long. Don't go to sleep going long over something that's got a half-life of like 3 hours. Okay, so what can we see here? We can see that we have a little bit of confusion, bullish mean reversion happening. So it's the 90 minute, as we pretty much popped it on the Bitcoin chart. We could see that it was the 90 minute. That's going to be trying to lead the higher term time frames that are all bearish. The 90 minutes seems to be the time frame that's got the strength to keep it bearish or change the trend. Okay, so currently now it's getting the strength to change the trend in return oscillators. So that's why I'm saying a little bit maybe upside here. If it clears the mean on the 90 minute and it is a clean playthrough with positive drift. If it triggers positive drift, we'll know the next candle will close at $22. And if it holds a positive drift for 3 hours, we know that it can come up here to the 22.25 mark. So you can see it's just below 22.22. Any mathematics that I don't have to do in this region? Yes. So this could be a general take profit zone. What can we see here? There's a weekly mean. Yeah, this looks like it could be quite healthy. If the 90 minute gets the legs and it holds above, here we go. Any closes above 21.83 is pretty bullish intraday. I'd say maybe at another touch here. And if it touches here intraday, then tomorrow you could have another touch to 22.86. Okay, slowly, any fades, any shorts are gonna really start getting panicky at about 21.85. Well, any longs they're gonna pull out because they know that they can buy a little bit lower, right? So the book gets thin, so it can dump quick. That generally that liquidity gets pulled here, and then gets taken out of the book at 21.81 when the candle's there, and it'll get put here at 21.78. If it fails there, they just fade the mean and then they look for a downside. Okay, it's if you get into a bad trade or you want to just maximize little gains. We're going to move on to oil shortly. Alpha Trading, thank you for joining. I appreciate you guys. I got a whole 4 views ever. I fucking love you. Thank you so much. So we have 90 minutes. We've discussed. What do we got here? We're just messing around, fucking around at the daily mean, even Bitcoin. Yeah, so not so much of an observation. General, if you were to say intraday range is what we have demarcated. Look for continuation above 22.05 to the upside. Look for continuation down to one of these regions over here. If you, oh, there we go. So this is coming into the book. There we go. Alright, so before Solana decides to do anything amazing, there you go. I think we touch here, fail the mean, touch here, you hold here, you can look for continuation on the higher term time frame. Alright. Have we got a JMA that can slow this thing down in here? Oh, we've got a whole bunch of spaghettis. Shit. Alright, so failing daily mean, any one of these points are going to be a point of buying action that you'll see come through the book. People then get screwed in the noise, but it's generally trying to target down here at 21.85. So that's a 12-cent move. If it starts closing below, there you go, starts closing below this JMA 21.94. Okay, 15 minute in. Let's see if we can run this baby live. Contraction positively correlated. Okay, now we're looking for the 5-minute trend to start growing into the 15-minute trend. It's a bit random. What can we see? Losing correlation, not so good. Is there any legs here? 1 minute, look, literally one. This is what a dump signature looks like when it's building. It can go obviously wrong very quickly as someone just does that. And hammered. So expansion into this trap here at 21.96. Okay, let's go throw in some oil. Let's go throw some oil. Okay, what do we want? We're wanting Dixie. So I can do Dixie like this. DXY. Oh, it's not a crypto. Oh my gosh. Okay, this one's going to be quite a bitch to set up because there's weekends involved. So I'm going to do like 200. Then you do 180. Okay, we're getting there. So this is Dixie. And then I'll duplicate out. I'll put an oil chart on. I actually haven't coned up the oil chart yet. 169 bars ago, 169 times 7 days ago, Dixie decided to wreck SPY. That's what they call the dump trump, is this purple line you see here. It's just when Dixie flashed 0. Okay, let's do some comparative. What do we got? We got duplicate this sucker. Leave you here. Dixie, we got oil. Is there a better ticker for oil? I see oil's getting Brent crude, NYC. Is this the one, man? What's the ticker? What are we using? Crude oil futures. That's on Forex. I need NYC shit. Okay, let me do a quick Google. NMX. Apparently. Nope. I don't even know what I'm reading here. Crude. Flashy, 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 flashy. Let's go hunt this. Okay, last flash for crude all in a row was, see, we don't know what the price is. This is what I love about it. We don't know what the price is. We just plot the sucker out and then we know it. Damn. Hybrid car for the bear market? Maybe. Alrighty then. Now we're gonna guess how many days that. Oh my word, this is gonna be a hard one to get right. I think we can. Let's do something like 500 weeks ago. Uh, 450 weeks ago. Nice. Give it to me, baby. Come on. It must have been a public holiday or something. Cool. Set. And all the way down. Hey bro, as I say, huh? It went to 0. As you can see, it always comes back to the com. Oh damn, we're back at the mean. Alright, so general observation for oil here. Oil's currently got a negative skew since, pretty easy to say, but if it was a positive skew, nobody would be any the wiser, right? So it's got a negative skew since 2014, September 12th. So maybe we can look at the news and see what happened there. Now, what can I see here on the oil? So if the oil keeps on holding above this mean, we can get it to $99. If it starts failing below this mean over here, technically this is its new range. Okay, down to $42 a barrel. We have 2 negative skew targets, which technically is a good place to hammer bull divs when you come into them in a strong market, these are good regions to put in as deep hidden bull divs or deep serious bull divs. At here at $56 to $49 is your general observation on a 7-day. I know this sounds silly, but I mean, it works pretty well, man. It works pretty well, you know. So it does want to mean revert from blue to blue to blue, fail the orange to blue to blue. Okay, just really failed the blue over here quite a shitload, but it got itself back into the range. Okay, so that's what you're calling for. So it came up here, it didn't get this blue, it got one lower, so a bit of a front-running action technically to the downside. That's how I look at it. If it didn't get the blue perfectly, then it's a front-running action to the downside. Okay, so maybe a little bit more dumperoo on the crude. Let's see. Yeah, so just off of the gut feeling of which way the oil's gonna rock the boat, there's negative drift in the book, looking for an initial pullback here into 72-77 cents, and that matches up with this Laplace distribution. So say I think the low is in. I think there's maybe a $3 move to the upside, or even a $6 move to the upside, right? That's a mean reversion target, noise signal processing to be done at this mean. If I was to zoom in here at this mean, furthermore, point of liquidity at 77, 87. A lot of noise to be processed here. Given if it does hold above the mean, it wants to go trigger the blue. If it starts to close below this pink line, it's going to $42. If it doesn't, oh well, then I'm wrong. Okay, Dixie, let's load this thing up. Dixie, what are you telling us, Dixie? Dixie's telling us super bullish, didn't like the range, broke outside of the range, came back in, wanted to be friends for another $117, didn't get to be friends for another $117, and from there decided to pretty much mean revert its ass back down and try and attempt for a 94, its breakout region, or an 87. So these are like all targets that are like reasonable bullish posturing here. If it sets a lower low, it needs to set a higher high. Like, chill, guys, chill. If it sets a lower low, it needs to set a higher high, and the lower low is at 87, and it set a higher high. Damn. I don't think it's bad if Dixie dumps, man. I truly believe then I can buy a really expensive new car from America, because right now in my currency it could cost $100,000. Right now, converted, ship it, $55,000. Right, so that's if Dixie does this. So you guys will actually be able to ship shit to countries that can all afford your stuff. All right, your Zippo lighters, your prison lighters, man. Everybody wants a Zippo lighter. It's an absolute flex. Watch that thing fucking keep Dixie up. Anyway, so we've got crude oil done. We've got Solana done. Let's go have a look at Solana poo. Still at the daily mean. Not really looking for any resolution. All right, I'm just going to quickly pop my mic off. I need to go visit a man about a horse, I think is what they call it. What can I do? I'll leave it on Bitcoin 5-minute for now. Sorry, gents. And then I'm going to put on the volatility chart. Make it hard. But then, as you guys will be able to see it play. Alright. Order. Hopefully it keeps it tracked. So what are you going to look for? You're going to, whilst I'm gone for like maybe 3 minutes here, you're going to look for these flashes. And if this thing touches these blue lines, you can look for a dump to $29, $30. So it's about a $50 range. This is reversion play. Make it bigger. I love if I come back and it's outside the screen. And oh, can I mute this thing? Alright, sorry for that, that was a bit longer than expected. Now what can we see? A little bit of sideways action here on the 1 minute for Bitcoin. There we go, looking good. Looking good. Okay, so who do I want to do analysis on? I think I need to do Algo. We can watch this pump actually. We can watch this pump. So what are the things that I look for here? I can see that entropy hasn't increased with this pump. Okay, so I'm going to expect a pullback to 28. Wow. To $28,083. Not anymore. You can lift it up to this region where it would make like a little doji signature to 2908. Boom, boom. So we know Dixie is today. Dixie down. Oil down. Okay, let's do some algo. Get rid of Dixie. Let's do some algo. Alright, who do I think has the longest look back? Algo USDT is no. Oh, actually, I change tabs with that one and do this. Press down and enter. Change tab. Merci beaucoup. There's the touch, looking for these mean reversion plays through. 1 minute, cool story, bro. Live stream setup. Algo getting wrecked. Absolutely hammered. Down 80%. 7 day. Okay. No volatility analysis. Let's see. Algo USDT. That was the Bitcoin pairing that I just mentioned there. Okay, so Algo USDT also a little bit more to the downside. Has a saving grace at about 16 cents. Any closes above 20 cents, we look for continuation to 26 cents. Any closes above 26 cents, we look for continuation to 36 cents. Okay, currently, any closes below the JMA, this is still bearish on the 21 day. Contraction was significantly positively correlated. Still looks like it's going to lose this mean, maybe down to 10 cents. Hidden bull div, just like XRP, needs to start closing above 1870. So 80% of 1 cent, it needs to move up in order to save this current price action. Contraction was positively correlated, still looking for more downside, but there is a hidden bull div coming through on the return oscillator here. Now we have negative trend though, so we got to start looking for levels. Let's see if there's a 7 day cone. No 7 day cone. Alright, no 7 day cone for Algo. Algo USDT on the 5 day. Contraction positively correlated, sort of losing its phase here unlike the other cryptos we're looking at, it's not fighting for a hidden bull div as it can. It should be actually setting one in. It's got a hidden bull div coming in. So if that would be set true if it closes above 18 cents. You can look for continuation to 19 cents, you could say, and its full mean reversion would be to 20 cents. Furthermore, its outlier 22 cents. You start closing above 22 cents, you start to get to play with 30 cents and 36 cents. So you can see that those targets are in the book. Given we haven't hit this mean as of yet, I do think one time in the future it could be there, but there's no point in it being down here. And anyway, so we can see now a little bit of bullish posturing coming through on algo. Any failures below 18 cents, I do look for continuation to the downside. Furthermore, the continuation to the upside will come when you close above JMA, which we're starting to do, and push the JMA through the orange line at 1816. 1816 will definitely get you to 1951, and then from there you can look for other observations. So algo is looking a little bit stronger on the lower term time frames for the couple hours, minutes that we are viewing this. So we are looking for a 24-hour mean reversion. It's actually pretty healthy considering it got absolutely hammered. So the higher term time frames, not so good like the higher term time frames of all the other shit coins. But at the current moment, what we can see is that algo's actually got a little bit better posturing than the others that we've been viewing. So it's got an expansion phase, and it sort of got scalped into, but it's holding above its means, where others were very close to it. This one is quite a far way away with a hidden bull div. So breakout structure again, as we've demarcated, 1812. Let me go put on a distribution cone for this thing when we're done here. 6 hour, looking for mean reversion up. Unfortunately, not going to get it unless it's above 18 cents, as we've already demarcated here. So this is again a touchy thing. Every time it touches, it does want to get hammered. But if it does close above 18 cents, again, we have 1841. And then it gets this full phase back up into, just call it 19.5 cents. All right, zone of liquidity at 20 cents 25. Tops even here from this bottom could look quite pitched, but very weird structure to get it there. But that's not what we care about. We just care about it having a higher probability of getting there. So we're going to put on a distribution cone and remember these targets. So 6 hour is looking a little bit bullish. Let's see if there's with this big ass wick, if there's enough bear power to keep it below 1793. If there is, then you're going to be looking for 1762. All right, 3 hour hidden normal bear div coming in. What can we see? Getting some expansion to the upside. It will carry on with expansion to the upside. Candle closes above 1798. Candle closes above there. We'll sink this hidden 90-minute bull div. Did currently come and smoke its weekly. Unfortunate. It is a shit coin, and it does bleed off quite hard, so who knows what happens here. But that is usually double top. If it has this 90-minute, then it can wreck the bears quite easily. But to have one long wick and a huge candle come after it, it's once every 365 days. So I'd rather just trade my 100% probabilities, because I'm 99% more accurate than trying to guess one candle in 365 days. Okay, so now what do we have here? We have expansion to the upside, looking for 90 minutes. If it closes above there, we do have continuation. If it closes below, what is this, the 15-minute? If it closes, oh, this should be the 45-minute, man. Whoa, 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 whoa. You see, trading view, not trading view. Trading view, why are you being dirty? Oh, okay. Okay, we're gonna have to shuffle like this then. So then the 15-minute contraction, positive drift, contraction was positive correlates, down Peru, closes. Daily mean is at 1717. I expect algo to pretty much just be settling around about 1792 with this being at range. So breakout range from now. What you can see is as these lines cross the means, they become targets. Like here, it becomes a target. It shortly gets there. So in about the new 12 hours, so 15 minutes to 45 minutes. Oh wait, no, sorry, that would be times 3. So in about 160 minutes, you'll see this target become viable, and it's technically still above previous price action, so if it holds above there, it's quite a bullish posturing. If it's failing from here, I'll go on the 5 minute. It's sort of a pump signal. Problem is, this isn't erect. There you go. That's what's trimmed it off. This isn't erect, and it's a random pumperoo. So any scalping action at 1806, pretty much where we were when we started this when we started this. So we've got the dip-aroo out of here, and yeah, man, from this side of the range back up into 1806. So we can see that 1806 to 18 cents. That is your breakout range. Sorry for you, Solana. Algo, I think you're all going to have to wait for continuation from the 12 hour. 12 hour is looking pretty good, is looking bullish. But in order to trip entropy into chaos and disorder is now expanding to the upside, you're going to have to start closing 1 or 2 more candles above 1812. Alright, then you can look for the legs for the trend on Algo to start really trying to push you back up to this monthly mean at 1960. Okay, what else can we do? I need to do VeChain. So we've got Algo, BTC. We've already seen that thing got hammered. So we can do VeChain BTC. Then we're going to do, what's the time? Nearly time for me to get off. VeChain USDT. I need this one. Yeah, that's correct. Oh my god, what a shit coin. What an absolute shit show. I'm sore right now. If I can help put in the 80 there. No love. Okay. VeChain BTC. Now VeChain USDT on 1 minute. Oh. VeChain. Maybe I end off with the Pepe coin. A lot of people are having a hard time trying to figure out what that thing is. I should actually be trading it. Right. What can we see? VeChain. Shitting the bed back down to 20 cents. 17 cents. I'll meet you there at 17 cents. Fine. Catch me at 17 cents. I'll put a fucking buy order there. Contraction positively correlated. If it is true, you're looking for these crosses down here at 15 cents. If it, same thing like these other shit coins. If it holds above the reverse wave train at 20 cents, you can look for continuation back up in 2025. Then I'll be in good profit. It's a long-term bag. I bought all the way down here at these stupid numbers. And I was just selling the fuck out of it. Luckily, because I needed to as well. Before I had these indicators really. And hammered it there. Well, I was still learning the indicators, but hammered it here. And the belief system and the faith in my decisions is true by like a 99% pullback. Because of a gazillion% pump. Who would have guessed? Okay, so what can we see? VeChain sort of holding its 14-day range here at 20 cents. Expected. Now it has negative drift coming in the book. Not looking healthy. Negative drift on the 7-day. Still down Peru. On VeChain. What do we got here? Sort of losing its downside structure on the 5-day. Not so good. Still mean reversion to the downside. No good targets unless it's 17 cents, which you've pretty much demarcated. Alright, here on the 3-day. Yes, maybe. Cool. Very risky. Because we still have negative drift. I'll give it 1 day and 13 hours before I... Oh, maybe not. This could be also like a little long. Like algo, trying to just beat the market here, just to return back into previous highs, is because the other ones are stronger. So if this one keeps on failing at its previous highs but falls a lot more, then obviously the pumps are going to be higher percentages. Okay, so it's 12 hours. 12 hours looking for some confusion. Honestly, for some confusion. 21 cents if it has the legs. Volatility is going to stop it at 21.83 if it does break out from here. Initially, it wants to come target this zone that you can see here, previous high that I just mentioned on the 12 hour. Just call it 23 cents. Alright, is it that far away now? Just call it 22.96 cents. Zone of liquidity is here now. Zone of liquidity is here now. We're just finishing up this side, exhausting buyers or sellers. We'll find out shortly. One of them is going to give up the goose. Contraction, okay, this is alright. This is alright. So I would say rather than, I'll say maybe VeChain has its move on the next 12-hour print. So on the new daily, which is going to come up for me in 12 hours and 8 minutes, I'll say VeChain will make its move. I don't see it. I see it being a lot healthier keeping in this range if it's going to be bullish, because this is a range. Then volatility the positive drift can push it through, because that'll be the next best phase that's coming in. Positive drift, and the expansion phase can get it above the mean, and that's when the expansion phase is above the mean on the ACP and the PCs, that's when you can look to break higher highs, simply put. Right, so we can see that there, contraction, yes, that's sort of what's keeping it up here. The lower term time frames are stopping the high term time frames from dumperoing. What do we got up here? We got a monthly mean that was touched at 0.2222 cents. I might actually take another trade in VeChain. I'll look. If it starts to break out, fine, I'll have to be very catchy. But I don't mind sinking another trade in somewhere down here. More than likely in this region at the 20 cents mark. I know it's not much, but I'd rather have 500 more coins than not have 500 more coins. Alright, 90-minute is looking for continuation. Clean signal. I think VeChain is giving very clean signal here. A lot of the other time frames are very sketch. You look for continuation above 20 cents 85 on the 90-minute. Very good point of continuation. Now you start failing below 20.083, it's pretty much 1 unit away from here. You can look for dumperoo to the downside. Alright, what can we see? Bought back up, this will be the positive drift. Right, the 90-minute positive drift, buying up the 45-minute dump. This is how it works. Okay. There we are. Yeah, so VeChain might actually have a nice, it's quiet market. It might have the opportunity to play through a little. Chill, man. Chill. Not too fucking hard, homies. Chill. Now you're just gonna sit in a bed, dude. You want the steam. Okay. Now entry fees too expanded. It's gonna be very hard to break the previous high. You need like retail. So this is like filling retail longs. They're gonna fill short. Chill. In 1 minute. Alright. Let's see. Shall we jam it onto the Pepe? And then I will be on my way. Your free money. Free money. Dun 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 dun. Okay, home dogs. Let's play a Pepe game. Let's go look at the time frame that gives us the best volatility. I would like to have it on the 6 hour. Do we have it flashes on the 6 hour? No. I would like to have it on the 90 minutes. No. I'd like to have it on the 15 minute then. Pepe. Huh, it's pumping and he doesn't give a fuck. Yeah, because it don't give a fuck, dog. You gotta make sure you have a cone. Alright. Pepe, dog. Whatever units. Minus. So it's 10, 9, 3. That's your mean reversion point. Alright, it's pretty much a breakout point. Now we're going to throw on cones, Malones, put it on 80 guess units, 120 guess units, oh shit, that's why I can't put a cone just anywhere, guys. Okay, and I'll leave it off with the cone, and I'll be gone in 3 minutes. No cone, mean reversion still to the downside. Reverse wave trend, looking for liquidity again here at this 21 unit mark. VRE levels, any hold above here could be considered bullish, given it's just like fucking whipping around. Look for liquidity at 3594 if there are algos hammering this thing. Alright, have we got any monthly means? Nothing up there. No luck. No luck for the Pepe. Pepe is on the ripe. Much love. If you enjoyed the stream, African Crypto Warlord out.